I mean, I take the proposal and I put it in a nice, like a plastic, there's
bifold,
yeah,
some type.
you punch holes in it and then put the metal ring, and so then it's like a nice proposal. And I'll usually try to print it out from my printer at home, so it's in color.
Okay, good.
So that, you know, and when it says you can leave a message to them, I'll type a personalized message in that part, so the second page is a, you know, and then I always sign it too, where it has my name.
So you use the nationwide proposal system?
Yeah, just use that proposal.
It works pretty nice, doesn't
And
it?
then I always make sure I sign it too, so it's like a personalized signature.
That you write through it and
Yeah.
that you're familiar with all the coverages within. Good.
Then I'll also highlight a few things in the proposal. I always include the business owner's advantage, things like that. So I'll highlight that, so then they typically will even ask me about it before I even bring it up.
So you mail it to them?
I take it, I give them to them.
Oh, you do bring it to them. Excellent. Tracy, what do you put in yours?
Well, since I don't quote business, I don't know what I would put in mine.
Oh.
But let me tell you what my question is. Well, how do you feel about the appropriate time to incorporate, you know, the list on the bottom with all the additional coverages that you can have people sign off on, which keeps people out of problems if we have an hike?
Yes.
When's the most appropriate time, in your opinion, to whip that out and use it as a way for additional, I would call it added value?
I actually do it two different ways.
Okay.
And that's a nice segue. Thank you. What I like to do, in my quote, let's just talk about, first of all, the quote. I do an apples-to-apples quote. I quote exactly whatever mistakes the original agency has made. Because I know he's not as good as we are. We're much better. We've been to training classes. We're part of the Bar Horse organization. We know what we're doing here. So we have our presentation apples to apples. We've given them only the coverages that they currently have, because what happens is that very first quote, the client does what with? Ah, you're $300 high. Sorry, can't do business with you, but thank you very much. Next. Isn't that what they do?
Sometimes.
I hate that. I hate that. But what would happen if I had all my Cadillac coverages in there, all the positives that we were going to put in there, all the highlights that we talked about, and that was the quote I gave him, and he does this to me. Oh man, you are $1,600 out of line. I don't even know why I called Nationwide. And you go, wait a second. I got all these coverages. So I do two quotes. I do an